We often think of high blood pressure as a heart problem. We imagine the heart working too hard, or maybe we think about the risk of a heart attack. But there is another organ, one that is arguably much more sensitive to pressure, that we rarely talk about in the same breath: your brain. Despite making up only 2% of your body weight, your brain consumes 20% of your energy. To get that energy, it requires a massive, constant supply of oxygen-rich blood. When the pressure in those delivery pipes stays too high for too long, the brain pays the price. Today, we're exploring the silent connection between hypertension and your cognitive health. To understand the damage, we first have to understand the force. Blood pressure is simply the force of your blood pushing against the walls of your arteries. Think of it like a garden hose. If the water pressure is normal, the hose is flexible and functions well. But if you crank the pressure to the max, the hose becomes stiff, strained, and eventually starts to develop tiny cracks or bulges. In the human body, we measure this with two numbers: systolic, the top number, the pressure when your heart beats; diastolic, the bottom number, the pressure when your heart rests between beats. When these numbers stay consistently above 130/80 mmGh, we call it hypertension. The danger? You usually can't feel it. That's why it's known as the silent killer. The most well-known way high blood pressure affects the brain is through a stroke. There are two main ways this happens. First, there is the ischemic stroke. High pressure damages the lining of the arteries, making them narrow and scarred. This allows fatty deposits, or plaque, to build up. If a clot forms or a piece of plaque breaks off, it can plug an artery in the brain. Without blood, brain cells begin to die within minutes. Second, there is the hemorrhagic stroke. Imagine those tiny cracks and bulges we mentioned in the garden hose. High pressure can cause a weak spot in a brain artery to balloon out. This is called an aneurysm. If the pressure remains too high, that aneurysm can burst, causing blood to leak directly into the brain tissue, which is toxic to neurons. While strokes are sudden, high blood pressure also does damage that is much more subtle and gradual. This is often called small vessel disease. The brain is filled with miles of microscopic blood vessels. Over years of hypertension, these tiny vessels become thick and stiff. They can't deliver blood as efficiently to the deep parts of the brain, the white matter that connects different brain regions. This can lead to vascular cognitive impairment, or VCI. You might not have a major event, but you might notice your thinking speed slowing down, or you might struggle to organize tasks or stay focused. It's like a computer processor that's slowly losing its cooling system. It still works, but it's getting slower and glitchier. Perhaps the most startling research in recent years is the link between midlife high blood pressure and late-life dementia. We used to think of Alzheimer's disease and vascular dementia as two completely separate things. Now, we know they are deeply intertwined. When blood flow is compromised by high pressure, the brain loses its ability to clear out waste products, like the amyloid plaques associated with Alzheimer's. Furthermore, the constant micro-damage from hypertension lowers the brain's cognitive reserve, making it less resilient against the natural aging process. By managing your blood pressure in your 30s, 40s, and 50s, you aren't just protecting your heart, you are literally fireproofing your brain against dementia decades later.
That sounds heavy, but here's the good news. Hypertension is one of the most treatable risk factors for brain health. The brain is remarkably resilient if we give it the right environment. Small changes make a massive difference. The DASH diet. Focus on fruits, vegetables, and low-sodium foods. Movement. Just 30 minutes of brisk walking can help keep arteries flexible. Monitoring. Buy a home cuff, know your numbers. Medication. If a doctor prescribes it, take it. It's not just heart medicine, it's brain protection medicine. High blood pressure might be a silent threat, but you have the tools to speak up. Protect your pipes, and you protect your mind.